morning, parents and students of Level 7. Level 7 focuses on social justice teachings of the Church. We start off with Session 1, the life and dignity of the human person. In this session, we'll understand that life and human dignity is one of the 7 principles of the Catholic social teaching, that God created man in his image and likeness, therefore human beings have inherent dignity. Session 2 focuses on saints and social justice, that saints are role models of virtue for Catholics who are believed by the Church to be in the presence of God in heaven. We'll talk about servant of God Dorothy Day, who's being considered for sainthood because of her dedication to this Catholic social teaching of rights for workers and for her promotion of the works of mercy. Session 3 focuses on Catholic social teaching in Scripture. We'll talk about St. Damien the leper and how he showed dedication to the social teaching of solidarity by caring for those who were isolated and suffering. We'll talk about St. Martin de Porres, how he showed dedication to the social teaching of dignity of the human person by opposing racial injustice. We'll talk about St. Catherine Drexel, who showed dedication to the social teaching of building up our community by giving a voice to those who struggled to receive an education. Session 4 focuses on being a light in the world. We'll realize that people experience loneliness and that we can help brighten the lives of others. We'll understand that through our baptism, Jesus calls us to be a light in the world for others, and we'll recognize the important contributions older generations have made to our lives. Session 5 focuses on rights and responsibilities. We'll talk about rights and responsibilities as one of the 7 principles of Catholic social teaching. And the Scripture instructs us to take special care of those who are on the margins of society who may not have access to food, clothing, and shelter. We'll talk briefly about the Catholic Relief Services as an official international humanitarian agency of the Catholic community in the United States. Session 6 focuses on the option for the poor and the vulnerable. In the Gospels, Jesus shows a special love for those most in need. We'll review the corporal and spiritual works of mercy. We'll talk about how we're invited to be a part of a long tradition of living out a love for the poor through the works of mercy. Session 7 talks about Jesus' forgiveness. We'll talk about how Jesus tells us to have mercy on others because God the Father is merciful to us. In the Gospels, Jesus shows compassion and mercy to others, and he has the power to heal and forgive sin. We can bring our concerns for others to Jesus through prayer, like the people in the gospel story brought their sick friend to him for healing. The focus of Session 8 is Catholic social teaching, solidarity. Solidarity is one of the 7 principles of Catholic social teaching, and it means that all people are part of one human family. We'll talk about the idea that because we are one, we are affected by the joy and suffering of everyone. And we'll talk about solidarity, meaning that we take action to make sure that every member of our human family is in living conditions that honor human dignity. Session 9 talks about the Catholic social teaching of the dignity and rights of workers, and that during the Industrial Revolution, Pope Leo XII wrote an encyclical, a letter, that emphasized the dignity of work and called for changes that would protect the rights of workers. Session 10 talks about celebrating Holy Week because it happens around the time of Holy Week. And students will understand that the events of the Easter Triduum through looking closely at the Gospels. And that is an overview of the lessons for Level 7 this year.